The 49ers want to limit Purdy to 700 throws a week. This week, they half that to 350 throws, so he's feeling strong and ready to go for week 1. Mayoko goes on to write, meaning Shanahan didn't seem entirely certain about the exact number of throws that was part of a plan devised a couple months ago. So he said, like, don't quote me on this, but the plan is 700 throws a week, but this week it's 350 so that he's ready to roll for week 1. Is that at all concerning that they are, as Dickinson said, deloading their starting quarterback? Different than
well, when you have a arm injury in baseball, you do something like that, correct? When you come back from your injury, just start you throwing 9 innings.
Yeah, I mean, then at some point you're back. And I think we'd thought that Brock Purdy was 9 innings back, like ready to throw however much he needs to throw, right?
Yeah, to me, if they're willing to put him in a game, he's back. Because you can't limit his throws in the game, right? The throw's the throw.
Yeah, I guess the question is, are they doing this because this is just the plan we came up with 3 months ago and we're sticking to it, or which is what Kyle said, or is there something more to it? Is he dealing with any level of arm fatigue?
I would say I never believe anything these coaches say, especially these guys. They claim they love a quarterback that they traded immediately once they went with Sam Darnold. So, I mean, the words mean nothing to me when it comes to coaches. And I'm not just picking on them for that. That would speak for any coaching staff. If they feel comfortable, like, I have to wait to see a game. Because you've been to practice, his arm, he's just normally.
Yeah, my buddy texted me 2 days ago or called me. He was like, is he 100%? I'm like, yeah, looks great to me. Like, in terms of when he throws, he looks fully healthy.
Yeah, I do think there's something just big picture to this. This is crazy, but they look at this guy like he's going to be their starter for a while. So it's not even just short term, right? You don't want him to re-injure it or have issues this season. And two, just big picture, you don't want him to rip anything and have to go back under the knife. So until I see something on the field, obviously we haven't remotely got close. He's played, 2 series? He sure looked good in the 1 series he played when he fucking ripped that ball against Denver, right? Like a kind of across his body, rolling to the left. But I'll say this, these 49er stories all of a sudden can pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, they're going to lie to you. Like, Kyle's going to lie to you. And that's just, I don't blame him, right? Or just not tell you the whole truth. But until we see something, I don't see why it really matters. Like in baseball, you see it. Like, they yank him at the 4th. Are they going to do that in football?
No, but I think just listen to what you just said. Kyle's going to lie to you. So until you tell me that Brock does what starting quarterbacks do in practice, then we have to be at least on alert for the possibility that it's not what you say it is. What you say it is not you, him. Kyle Shanahan says. It's just part of the plan the whole time, and that's just what we're rolling with, because here we have a guy who's very important to us, who came back right on schedule, but like ahead of schedule, and so there's no reason for us to deviate from what our plan was. Now, I personally don't think Kyle hates getting Sam Darnold a bunch of throws. I think he kind of likes getting Darnold a bunch of throws in practice.
But wouldn't his arm fatigue would have happened when you were going to the practice? Because he was playing a lot.
You would think, but remember what Kyle never said this part of the plan at the beginning of training camp. All he said was after 2 weeks of 2 days on and 1 day off, or maybe it was 1 week of 2 days on and 1 day off, then he's going to be full go. He didn't say, and then when the season almost starts, then we're going to dial him down to half the throws a week and a half out. He didn't say that.
Did they stay true to that philosophy? Like, did he stay full go once he said he was full go?
The days that he was supposed to practice, he practiced. Yes. And you're not obligated to share the whole plan. Maybe the whole plan evolves. Football coach, I just think about today, I don't need to know what his throwing schedule is in 3 weeks. But because he didn't say in advance this is part of the plan.
I'm not opposed to seeing Sam Darnold. If you tell me Sam Darnold's starting week 1, I'm excited. So
I'd be intrigued.
You're preaching to the choir here. I'm a Shanahan.
I don't know if that's what's best for them, but I'm intrigued. Now, part of it is they can look at it and go, you know what? Maybe this is part of it. If I were going to say, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, which is not what I'm saying. But part of it could be, you know what? We have this plan. We've seen him play in games. He doesn't need more reps. He's good to go. So let's stick to that plan, as opposed to his arm feels good. He has looked out of sync in games. He needs these reps, and so we're going to push it a little bit. I don't know, but With the Niners, I don't think you just go, like as you said, it's fine. Whatever they told us, it's all good. It's fine.
So you think that's the reason they kept Brandon Allen? Or they're keeping Brandon Allen no matter what?
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that, but maybe that's part of it too. That's a good theory. Is Brandon Allen here because I think Brandon Allen's here because Kyle likes Brandon Allen.
Yes.
We don't get rid of players we like. Kyle said that. Or something along those lines.
So you didn't like the guy you just traded?
I realized it becomes a Trey thing, so I want to make sure we get that quote right. But Jimmy,
really quick, I'll put this in a bow on Couch. Jimmy always does the most random interviews.
Well, I saw that too. I'm like, why is he? Who assigned? Who? Why?
It's classic Jimmy G. Is that he'll never say this, and he'll never really have to, but his actions told me everything I need to know. If he had to play one game, he feels like he could build the game plan better with Brandon Allen to win that game than he does Trey Lance.